Yep, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So we just wrapped up our final game of Season 8, which was the AFC Championship game. I think we lost, what, 6 of those? Yeah, it's something terrible like that, man. We lost 6 AFC Championship games. But here we are, end of the year. I was just going through looking at the team because, just relishing in the fact that this is a supremely built team as far as scheme goes, as far as, like, just sheer abilities. Um, having this many players with abilities on your defense is insane. But we're gonna go through a couple of the stats that really stand out, and things that kind of like makes me want to play Madden. Makes me want to play CFM and everything. So we're gonna start off with Sack Daddy himself, Jalen Ferguson. That's the name they gave him, man, in college. So don't come for me, bro. Um, so this year is his first year since being a rookie. Then he gets 20 plus sacks. So as you can see right here at the top of the screen, 25 sacks for him. Made the Pro Bowl, but didn't get a dev scenario. So he was literally normal dev, I think, until like Season 3, Season 4, which is crazy to think. But in any case, right down here at the bottom of the screen, 48 tackles, 20 sacks. And this is like the most, meh scenario of, or meh stats of this little video we're doing here, right? So just going through like kind of like reliving the scenarios and what happened to get where and everything like that. We'll start with these two players right here, Max Burnette and Jamison Collins. We're gonna throw a little Tim Carlisle in there too, but we're gonna start with Burnette, bro, because this is our guy. We deemed him as our guy as a rookie. We traded up in the draft. I think we traded up like 10 spots or something crazy like that to get to pick 13 and take him, right? Now, when I took him, he was normal dev, 67 overall, but he was 21 years old. So I'm like, it's a bust, but we can make it work, right? What stung was that the very next pick 14, was a damn superstar cornerback. Like, that shit stunk. But in any case, we came out here, we balled out of our mind with him. 76 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 15 picks, 461 yards returning, and then 8 touchdowns. Like, ungodly numbers, bro. That's an average 30 yards per pick is crazy. But in any case, this was our guy right here, man. We got him to superstar dev, and at this point of the league, I didn't have a single, like not a single one of my other DBs had superstar ability. So I had this guy playing safety, talking about year 2 and moving forward. So I had him playing safety and base, nickel and dime. In this league, sometimes I was playing him in outside corner too, because I had really no choice if I wanted to stop, a team's best wide receiver. So yeah, it was it was tough going until we got some abilities. But these are the tale of two extremes, man. So like this year using him as a safety, and then this year playing him as nickel DB, safety, and outside corner. 93 tackles, 5 TFLs, 4 sacks, 6 picks, 31 pass deflections, bro. And that's all thanks to universal coverage. It's all thanks to universal coverage, man. Now, like these 2 seasons that he didn't get any picks, these is more so like him playing corner and nickel and everything like that, trying to shut down the team's best receiver. It wasn't until this season when he was actually moved back to safety, I believe. But we're gonna go ahead and get over to Jamison Collins as well, which he has some insane stats. Now this one, I drafted this guy in the 2nd round. I think this was the pick that I got for losing the Super Bowl. Yeah, this is the pick I got for losing the Super Bowl in year 1. So we drafted him as a defensive end. I think it was speed rush DN, and we had intentions on moving him to linebacker once we saw that he was 80 speed, right? So we moved him to linebacker, and we're playing him at outside linebacker, opposite Von Miller. We're playing him at DN and base sets because we had like 2 speed rushes off the edge, and like he did his thing, man. He did it. 6 sacks is pretty good in my opinion for somebody that's playing opposite of Von Miller. You know what I mean? Because Von's gonna take all the sacks. And then we had 8.5 sacks this year. We more so played him at a little bit more 3 tech and dime and nickel. Played him, still playing outside linebacker and all that good stuff, but for the most part, he was an interior rusher while while Ferguson and Miller was on the outside. Then, week 15, week 14, some shit like that, he gets a dev scenario, and all he had to do was get 2 sacks, 2 picks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, whatever it was. He gets that, and then the very next game he has 7 sacks, bro. And those 7 sacks came against the Buccaneers. It was crazy because if you know anything about this league, you know the Buccaneers like literally gave up the farm to me in week 17, but quit the game, bro. It was crazy. But yeah, 14.5 sacks for the year, and 7 of which came in one game, which was crazy because that was his first game with edge threat. So the next 2 seasons were with Von Miller opposite him. So Von Miller at 30 plus sacks and him at 38. You know what I mean? Von Miller at 30 plus sacks and him at 42. Like, this is crazy numbers right here. His first full season as a starter, 90 tackles, 26 TFLs, 38 sacks, bro. It's crazy. What's even crazier about the following year is, of course, he tops his sacks, but he also had 7 forced fumbles, bro. 7 of those things, and then had 3 recoveries as well. Like, that's craziness, bro. Obviously, these 3 seasons right here, 23, 24, and 25, are all Defensive Player of the Year, and like top 5 in MVP voting as well. So, we wait to see. Here we go. 4 Pro Bowls, 3 sack leaders, best linebacker, Defensive Player of the Year 3 times in a row. Yeah, that's what they're starting to do for you, man. But Jamison Collins is that guy. Tim Carlisle. Funny story about him is he was actually picked up out of free agency. Don't know why somebody would let 86 speed linebacker go. He actually was undrafted. Didn't play as a rookie. Didn't play as a second-year guy. I picked him up in his 3rd year, and he actually was pretty decent. You know, I just needed a user linebacker over the middle. And what happened was 2025. He got a dev scenario and became star dev. So I'm like, okay, cool, star dev, maybe, possibly, he'll hit superstar, and he did, which was dope. So now he's he's sitting right here under contract for a couple more seasons, and he's got lurker and secure tackler, which is 2 pretty good abilities here. There it is. Marlon Humphrey, bro. Pro Bowl Marlo, man, in real life, gotta love him. Love this guy in real life, man. But in the game, bro, like in the league, he was not popping, bro. Like, I could not get him to get a scenario to save my life. I couldn't get him to make the Pro Bowl to save my life. Like, you would think 11 interceptions, 18 pass deflections would get you to the Pro Bowl. Nah. And then once I saw that he didn't get it at 11, I knew he wasn't going to get it at 9, at 3, at 7, you know what I mean? So what happened was, I had to play him at free safety for an entire year, which I wish I'd have known this a lot sooner, but I played him at free safety for an entire year, and he ended up with 86 tackles, 10 TFLs, 3 sacks, 4 picks, 15 pass deflections, and that got him the dev boost, bro. Like, the tackles got him the dev boost. So at the end of the year, you got the boost to superstar. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I can go into next season, 2025, and we're gonna ball out, right? That's exactly what he did, man. 55 tackles, 7 picks, 30 PBUs, 30 of them things, bro. That's 30 passes, 37 passes that were not completed in his area. That's dope. That's pretty dope indeed. Now, unfortunately, none of these things are going to get him to the Pro Bowl, to be honest. I don't think he made a single Pro Bowl in this league. There it is. Not a single one, man. And what's crazy about that is that, he has a season with, above 10 interceptions. He has a season above 30 pass breakups. He has a season above 20, again, this year. Just doesn't get any love when it comes to the Pro Bowl, man. It is what it is, though. But we expect him to start falling off the cliff right now. Well, in this offseason, because he's 31 years old already, 10-year pro, probably going to start falling off the face of the earth. But in the meantime, we still got our guy Nick Dudley, who did make the Pro Bowl this year. His guy's pretty damn good as well. 96 speed, 90 man, 89 zone. Just an all-around good player, right? And ideally, he's a slot guy, but for the most part, he can still play man because of that 96 speed, And see, his abilities are the same as the other Marlon Humphrey, universal coverage and tip drill. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, man. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button. If you didn't, you should have disliked, leave some hateful comments, and unsubscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm out.